Welcome to this week's episode of the Show Me Some TDs podcast. This episode is brought to you by Happy Customs LLC. And now, the Commissioner, Stevie V.
All right, welcome to the commish a dish of the Show Me Some TDs podcast. I say it's the commish a dish because I am with a special guest. He's never been on the show before. I don't know if he's ever done a podcast before, but welcome to my friend Zach. How you doing, my friend?
Good.
Good. So today, what we're gonna do is we're gonna do a mock draft, fantasy football, a dynasty draft, right? So we're gonna draft rookies, and we're gonna do the top 5, which I think everyone knows it's pretty obvious for the number 1 pick. After that, if you have time, if you want to, we can go through like a redraft mock draft. So 1 through 10, who you think is gonna be drafted in a redraft. So in the Show Me Some TDs league, like how that's gonna look. You are in the Show Me Some TDs league, but I joined your dynasty league. Now, is this the first year you guys have had this dynasty, or is like with the same group of dudes, or?
It was there was a startup league, and got into Dynasty pretty late, so I'm happy to be in it.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. This is the first time I've played Dynasty, and dude, I'm addicted to it. The trades nonstop, draft pick trades. It's something that I was just like, man, it's so fun. It's a different aspect to fantasy football.
A little too much trading, to be honest. Let's get that out there, yeah.
I have a problem. Like, I wake up in the morning like I'm fucking pissed when I don't have any offers in my inbox. And then I'm stingy as hell. I always laugh and say, I'm not here to make your team better. I don't care if I fuck you over in the trade. I'm trying to get my team better. And
That's one thing that you gotta have in those negotiations is that stubbornness. So
yeah, absolutely. I'll let you pick first. So you have the number 1 pick, is that right, in the Dynasty League? Or did you trade that away?
yeah, I traded that way.
You fuck did.
But I have a scenario for you too as well.
All right, I'm in.
Say Genty goes to the Jets, and Amari Hampton or Travion Henderson goes to the Cowboys, or someone really, really nice. Would you think about taking them over Genty?
That's a great point, because like right now we're going to do this mock draft. We don't know what teams they're going on because their situation absolutely matters on where you're drafting them.
It's all about
Here's the thing. I love Amari Hampton. I love him. I've said it before in the group chat. Like, I love that dude. And one of the reasons you kind of fall in love with a player like that is because I don't think there's a chance that I get Genty in this draft. I have the number 4 pick. There's no chance that Ashton Genty is going to be there. Situationally, I think that's a much better situation if Hampton goes to the Cowboys compared to Genty going to the Jets with that crowded back room.
Yeah, I personally like Travion Henderson too, so
It's good. All right, so let's do this really quick.
Hampton might fall to you.
I would be ecstatic, especially with my running backs. James Cook, who knows what's going to happen? He's not happy with his contract. Breece Hall, the running back committee, kind of fucked there. I made some of those trades, but we'll see. If they end up on different teams, I still think they'll do at least decent fantasy football purposes. All right, so I mean it's pretty easy without a doubt. The number 1 pick, if regardless of teams right now, who's
Let's still go to Genty.
100%. He's kind of that ideal running back 5. I don't know if he's ideal size because he's like 5'8", 215,
Yeah,
but
and
yeah. And that dude, you've seen his pro day. He's a tank.
he's a true workhorse. Personally, he's the best prospect since Barkley. He can block well. He can pass catch well. Really good at breaking tackles.
And the workhorse is an understatement. What was it, 349 carries last year?
Yeah,
Like, I mean,
crazy.
yeah, I mean, and 2,600 yards, 29 touchdowns. Here's a crazy stat before we keep going. So I was looking this up today. There's a quarterback from Army that had 32 touchdowns, rushing touchdowns. And I mean, he had like 1,600 yards, but he only had 1,000 yards passing, 10 touchdowns or 9 touchdowns and 4 picks. But 32 rushing touchdowns is crazy. He should think about switching positions because he's 6 foot 220. Like, shit, go play running back, man. But all right, Ashton Genty is off the board. And if I did have the number 2 pick, I would take
Wide open. 30, 20, 10, touchdown Tar Heels.
There's some question about his top end speed. Does he have that elite breakaway speed? But he runs like a 4.4 640. So even if he's not an absolute burner, he's fast enough.
4.4 is still fast.
Fast. I mean, that used to be like a really high Like, oh, wow, you ran a 4.4.
He could run through the tackles too.
I like his size a lot. 6 foot 220. Like, that's it right there. So if you had the number 3 pick, there's one clear number 1 receiver to me, but there's plenty of talent.
You think the Tet's clear number 1? Personally, if it's a tight end premium, I would think about taking Tyler Warren, but it just depends on your team. Me personally, I would probably take Travion Henderson. He reminds me a lot of Jahmyr Gibbs.
That dude, the 40 time 4.43, that's super impressive. I mean, he averaged 7 yards a carry. One of the things I like about Henderson a lot is that in every season that he's played at Ohio State, he never broke 200 carries. So he's got a lot left in that tank where, I mean, Aston Genty had a fuck ton of carries in just one season.
Yeah, had a great freshman season, got hurt a little bit sophomore season, and had obviously a great junior year. So
yeah, I mean, I really don't feel like you can miss on that guy, and especially where he's going to get drafted. Again, I think he's going to get drafted in a good position. I mean, you know, who knows in those later rounds if, you know, Chargers, someone like that. I mean, you just don't know. He could end up on a really good team and make an immediate impact.
I think after the first 2 picks, it goes down to your team needs.
You getting best talent available and the needs, huh?
Yeah, if you need a quarterback, you can maybe take Ward or go quarterback in the second round. There's a couple of quarterbacks in the second round that I like, and this team needs after 1-2, I feel like.
Ted McMillan, how do you think he slides down in this draft? Because if you need a receiver, you gotta, he's the one you take. But for me, I'm targeting running backs. I don't mind telling everyone this, but in my draft that's coming up, I'm targeting running back. Yeah.
It's a running back draft. And if you are looking for a wide receiver, I would maybe try to trade down and try to get Mbuka.
Heck yeah. I mean, what a stud that guy is.
Yeah.
Random question. Who's wide receiver you? Ohio State or LSU, man?
Oh, you got to go LSU there.
Whew, I don't know, dude. I mean, any receiver that's coming out of one of those schools, I'm okay with taking right now.
Well, stats aren't very good, to be honest.
For
Mbuka,
no, not really.
his 1,000 yards,
10 touchdowns, right?
10 touchdowns, yeah. So, I mean,
He also holds the record at Ohio State for the most receptions. Out of all those dudes that have come out lately, JSN, Marvin Harrison, Chris Olave, Garrett Wilson, Ibuka has the actual Ohio State for the most catches in school history.
yeah, that's pretty crazy.
Yeah, it's a pretty crazy stat. But you did touch on Tyler Warren. I mean, regardless, I think you're taking him if he's there at 5, 6, anywhere right there outside of the top 2, 3, 4 players in this draft.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Tyler Warren, what?
On the landing spot, it's a tight end premium. I would take him maybe.
And is that what we play in? Is that what that is?
Yeah, it's a extra half a point for a catch.
Okay, right on. Yeah, no, I mean, I did not benefit from Kyle Pitts last year. That son of a bitch, dude.
Yeah, it's a tricky one, especially when you look back at your draft results.
Yeah, no shit.
Over McBride and Bowers it hurts.
Taking anyone would have been better than goddamn Kyle Pitts with the premium. He's getting me only 7 points, maybe, dude. God damn it. But no, Tyler Warren, 6'6", 256. One stat that I looked up today was super crazy, is that 50% of his catches were either a first down or a touchdown, and he had 104 total catches last season. That's a crazy stat. Just keep throwing him the ball.
Yeah, he's a beast.
I mean, those are like Ibuka, Warren, Henderson, McMillan, Ted McMillan, Hampton. I mean, those are like my top 6 players. I'm hoping one of them slides down to 8 because I have that 4 and 8 pick. So we'll see how that works out, man. But
It's kind of funny that Travis Hunter is going unnoticed.
I think he's a corner. You know what I mean?
I think he's a better corner as well. But
yeah. Does it change your mind? Like, if he's like 100%, he's going to be a wide receiver 100% of the time. I think I'd take him over Ted.
Yeah.
I mean,
I think so.
Now let me ask, does he go above Hampton if he's a receiver 100%? Not for you. I feel that. Yeah, so but Genty's going to number 1. I think Hampton, depending on need, hopefully he slides to 4. I mean, hopefully, worst case scenario, I'm getting Henderson. That's how I feel.
Yeah,
yeah, that's right, baby. I'm making a comeback. I'm winning that shit. All right, so fantasy football-wise, redraft league. We're going to shift over from Dynasty to kind of just the redraft. So I don't know how much research you put into this, but I've been kind of going through just mock drafts, seeing where people go. But for me, like,
look at it since he's give the rent down.
Yeah. So like for me, there's clear cut people that are going to be drafted in the top 10, but there's some players that are right on that borderline. So the number one player, I don't know who your number one player is. If you had the number one pick, Jamar Chase, it would be my pick. Yeah. I mean, do you differ anywhere else?
Jamar Chase is probably the safe bet. He's a little inconsistent for me, but
Okay.
I think that I think it changed last year because I think him and Higgins had a couple games where they both did really well.
40 points a game.
Yeah, and it would usually be Jamar Chase had a game or Higgins had a game. It wouldn't usually be both. So, but last year I think that changed. So safe bet is Jamar Chase for sure.
So if you're not picking Jamar Chase at number one, who would you pick? Like if like, you're like, you know what, I'm not sold on Jamar Chase this year. Who would your next person be?
I'm a running back guy, so I would probably pick Bijan or Gibbs.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Agree. So I wrote down my top three: Jamar Chase, Bijan, and Jahmyr Gibbs.
Mm-hmm.
Does Justin Jefferson at number 4, would he go ahead of a Saquon Barkley? I know you're a running back guy, but it is Justin fucking Jefferson.
Yeah, I would. I'd probably take Jackson at 4.
Yeah. I mean,
Which getting Barkley at 5 is crazy.
that is crazy after the season he just had.
Yeah. So just the Eagles look kind of weird with their offense, so that's probably why I would take Jefferson. JJ McCarthy's always a question mark. But
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, look what Justin Jefferson did for Sam Darnold's career. You know what I mean? Like, fucking A.
that's 100+ milli.
Got him a bag, dude. Saquon Barkley is getting a little older, and last year was really one of the very first times we seen him like fully healthy. I don't think he missed any games. And then we see the results when he's fully healthy and able to play a full season. So I think Justin Jefferson at 4 and then 5. So let me ask you this now. So I'm going to throw out some random names and you tell me if they're in the top 10, if you would take them in the top 10 pick, regardless of where you're drafting.
Yeah.
Let's start with Amon-Ra St. Brown.
Yeah, you kind of have to take him top 10 for sure.
Okay, Puka Nacua.
I've never been a big fan, but I mean, his usage is there. He's
Devontae Adams coming.
Yeah, that would hurt a little bit. He still gets 8 to 14 targets a game. That's a big range, but yeah, he averages at least 10 to 14 targets. When he has eight targets, that's usually a bad game for him, and that's pretty crazy to say because 8 targets anybody would love. You know?
How about this one? CD Lamb,
Yeah.
top 10.
Okay. Boys having the 12th pick, I think they go skill player there, and I think that opens up a lot for him.
All right. Nico Collins.
I think bottom top 10 maybe.
So maybe at the cusp of 10.
And I think I'd probably take Neighbors over him.
Okay. So let me ask, you just said maybe Nico. What about Brian Thomas Jr.?
Ooh, no, not top 10.
Right below Nico?
Yeah.
Right below Nico. So
In that 11 to 15 range probably.
now imagine you had the number 10 pick in the redraft league. You're at 10 and 11. You get Malik Neighbors and Nico Collins, your top 2 picks. That'd be pretty fire.
Yeah, that would be pretty nice.
One more question.
It's one of those years where it's not really a bad pick in the first round.
A player that I didn't mention, a couple players that did go in the top like 5 picks last year. Tyreek Hill. I mean, he's falling off the face of the fantasy planet, right?
Yeah, that'll be a steal if he has a good year. If we can get it.
I mean, I don't see it.
Yeah, man.
I mean, how?
Christian McCaffrey too. So
CMC is on my list right here next.
Yeah.
I mean, he's somebody, I don't know if I'm going to touch him. Like, depending where, he's not going to be maybe that second round pick, depending where I'm picking. But, like, for example, if I had that 10, 11 pick or even that 9, 12 pick or whatever, I don't think I'm touching him at either one of those spots. But, you know, if I'm the number 1 and I circle back and he's there at the, the end of the second round, maybe. But CMC, I don't know how you can trust it.
Now, would you think about taking, if it's a PPR league, Brock Bowers at 10?
Oh, shit. Great choice. Just abso-fucking-lutely, dude. I mean, that guy. With Geno, I mean,
That locks up one position that nobody has,
that is an excellent pick there. I absolutely love that with Geno there because he did what he did with Aiden O'Connell and Gardner Minshew. You know, Geno's a significantly better quarterback than both of them.
Yeah. And
Yeah,
on the landing spots, have you ever taken a rookie in a first round of a redraft league.
That's what I was getting to, man. Like, would you take Genty over, I mean, any of those guys that I just mentioned? Like, maybe Nico Collins, yes, but do you take him over Malik Neighbors or BTJ or CD Lamb?
I take him over maybe BGT, but not over the other guys. Last time I took Clyde Edwards over there, and it did not go well with me.
Dude, that son of a bitch. No,
Bad year.
it was awful, man. It's like
All the promise too.
Rashad Penny, like, oh, first round running back. Hell yeah. No, goddamn. Have you used the Sleeper app before this?
No, the first time I used it was with your league last year. First time.
Yeah. Fucking awesome. I love it. Like, I've used ESPN, I've used Yahoo, I've used NFL. I think it's significantly better than the NFL.com one.
Yeah.
Yahoo's not terrible.
Yeah, I'm an ESPN guy personally, but Sleeper has a lot of cool features that I like. 3-man trades, all that. So.
It's so fun. I have not been a part of one yet, but I promise you I will. That cool feature that was it Brian that showed us that? The average age of your team.
Yeah, that's pretty cool as well.
Yeah, I like that feature a lot. I've never seen it before until today. But being a dynasty, seeing how young your team is, the oldest player on my team is Mark Andrews at 29. So, that kind of, yeah.
I took a significant hit.
That old son of a bitch. He's not even on a team right now, dude.
Yeah, no, I hate to say it, but I thought he wasn't a prima donna, but I guess he is a little bit.
You said he wasn't weird, but dude, that guy is weird.
I don't think he's weird, but I think that I don't know why he would not just go to the Steelers. I feel like that's a great choice.
I mean,
Great defense, good coach, a lot of weapons, but
they consistently go to the playoffs.
he has time. He has time too. So I think it's a sure lock for the Steelers, but
There's just like not a better option for him, right? Yeah. No, they do have a great defense. But I mean, like, I'm down for the ayahuasca trip. Like, I'm okay with that. The darkness retreats, though, I don't know that. No, and then remember that press conference he had where he was like, "Yeah, I got the vax, I got the shit," and then they're like, "Dude, you're lying right now." Like, he's kind of weird, man. He's kind of weird. Yeah, dude. Yeah, his handshake with Sauce Gardner, and just smoking that shit. I was like, that's kind of cool. I mean, okay, I get that. But no, DK Metcalf, George Pickens, that's really appealing to me. So that's like the only spot. Again, they consistently make it to the playoffs, so they're contenders. And I don't know if he puts them over the top, but like, I don't know, dude. Like, does he really hang him up at this point?
I don't. They don't have a quarterback right now.
No, Mason Rudolph.
I don't know what draft pick they have this year, but yeah, it's not looking good.
I think if they're in the 21, they're in the 20s.
Yeah. So enough.
Is there any chance Shedeur Sanders falls that far in the draft?
I don't know if you take him. If do you think he would be a good fit for them?
I'm actually not a Shedeur Sanders fan. He's a good football player, don't get me wrong. But I said something about like how he'd be a terrible fit with the Raiders because of Pete Carroll. Like, that old ass motherfucker, dude, they ain't gonna be getting along good. I think he's gonna.
They got 21, and yeah, I think he could make it down.
And then like even if you get Rodgers, fuck, he's what 41, 42.
You definitely take a quarterback if he's there.
Yeah, because otherwise you're waiting for what a Tyler Shuck later in the rounds. I don't know. The quarterback talent really drops off after Sanders.
I think the draft night's gonna be fun. There's gonna be some trades, I feel like, and it's gonna be some big news coming. I feel like
I can't wait for it because right there, as soon as draft night happens, the amount of trades that are going to be going on in our dynasty league, it's going to be off the chain, dude. I'm going to be a part of every single one.
Oh yeah, that's fucking real NFL. But there are gonna be some trades for sure. I'm looking right now, and they got 9. The Saints at 9. He could possibly go there.
Yeah, because Derek Carr sucks, dude.
But also, just like the Raiders at 6, why would you take a running back when you have so many holes to fill? I get that he's a elite prospect, but he's not going to do anything if you have, no defense, no line, no wide receiver.
Yeah, the defense isn't terrible. I mean, you signed Max Crosby for $1 billion or whatever the fuck his contract ended up being, but I think it's the style that Pete Carroll wants to play. He's gonna running back is really high at number 6, but that's like the guy he wants to tote the rock.
I saw a thing where they might make a move for Kenneth Walker.
They're just gonna take the whole damn Seahawks team, huh?
That would be big. I feel like the Seahawks that would be a great move for Seahawks because they have Zach there and he's pretty good.
Charbonnet.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, the Seahawks obviously have some holes to fill. I'm really excited to see what Sammy D can do in Seattle. Again, it's a put up or shut up type of season for him. So,
I mean, he definitely got paid what he needs to produce, you know.
yeah. But again, much cheaper than Geno, so I'm kind of happy with it.
Yeah, Gino's definitely a stats guy.
Yeah, no shit. So,
But has crazy stats, but he just doesn't win. I just don't get it.
yeah. Well, I mean, some of it's not his fault, but some of it is his fucking fault, man. The Dynasty, my number one pick last year was Anthony Richardson. Fuck me, dude.
Williams, which it could end up being a good pick, you know, this year. I like the Bears a lot this year, but
Yep. Yeah, no, it was absolutely terrible. Now that he has Daniel Jones to compete with, and the coach said straight up, we're gonna split them 50-50, and the one who's most consistent is gonna get the job. I don't know.
I like Richardson a lot, but last year when he came out, that just kind of put a real sour taste in my mouth.
I mean, he was like, Coach, I'm good, dude.
Yeah, he said he was just exhausted.
I'm like, damn, you were the franchise quarterback, and you're like, don't put me back in. No, wrap it up. I'm take me out. And then like to be his teammate, dude, I could never imagine a teammate quitting like that right in front of me, man. And then you got this schmuck Daniel Jones coming in.
Not in a sport like football.
No way, dude.
They're going to freaking bat every year or every play.
So my issue is like it's uncertain if he's gonna be the starter. And then if he is the starter, who knows if he's gonna be any good? He really hasn't shown that he's gonna be a good quarterback. I feel like I gotta move him and then maybe look at the draft to get, shit, I might have to trade up to get a quarterback.
What would you want for him? Well, in a fair compensation for him.
See, with Anthony Richardson, I know like there's not a real big price tag on him. So I still would try to get as much as I can for him, draft capital wise. Would be kind of I'd probably be looking for picks. Like, I mean, that's kind of where I would go with Anthony Richardson, because who knows? I mean, again, if he's the starter, great, but who knows if he's going to be great? And I do have the luxury of having Joe Burrow and Lamar Jackson as my top two quarterbacks. So,
Yeah.
so like again, I'd be trading him to look for that third option. Hope if he ends up being my third option, it's not terrible, but it's not great.
You could stop on draft night. You also have the luxury of holding on to him. He's only 23, and you have you have two top 5 quarterbacks. So
Oh yeah, man, making money fucking moves. It's so fun. I really got to get a part of one of those 3-team trades. But man, there's been some fucking crazy moves in our dynasty league, man. I mean, top players, like these are top players getting traded all over. That number 2 pick in the draft, I thought I was never gonna let it go, to be fair. But we've traded that number 2 pick so many times.
it's trading was very odd because it comes with opinion. Originally, that pick got traded for Kenneth Walker alone. And it just got traded for Bijan Robertson. So
That makes more sense. But the Kenneth Walker trade, holy shit, that's such a terrible, terrible trade.
yeah, he didn't even shop the pick or anything. So
I would have gave him so much more than that, man. Take what I got, the number 2, and then I kind of did eventually, given what I traded a bunch of shit to get that number 2 pick, and then I ended up trading it away. It's crazy how many times it's exchanged hands.
yeah, it's a little bit. I went way too trade happy this year. I should have deleted the app, but football is addicting. Trading is addicting.
Dude, it's a problem. It is an absolute problem. And then you have people in our league, and he's supposed to be here. This show is overdue by a month, but homeboy, not here right now. But that guy, talk about having a problem. He's an addict, and not only is he an addict, but like you said, it comes with opinions, and he is always going to be heard when he feels like it.
Oh, he's in a hole now. No bench, no future picks.
Dude, his team sucks, dude.
So hold on, what he has, and I think he's doing the right thing right now. Wait for season and get the most he can.
No, his team is not terrible. He's got CD Lamb. He's got a really good receiving core. He did get Kyron Williams eventually.
He gave you a gift for sure.
Yeah. Fucking right, dude.
Baker out for Burrow is pretty
Insane.
It came with power James Cook, which I think James Cook is definitely worth $15 million a year.
Fuck, at least 12.
Okay, especially with Saquon Barkley just reviving the running back position. Running back to win the league, to win the Super Bowl.
I mean, he's the reason they got there. He was the difference maker in that because that team was good. The offensive line was good. A.J. Brown the year before was spectacular. The defense was amazing.
Yeah, James Cook had a great year last year too.
16 touchdowns, you know? No.
So yeah, he's young. I think he should get paid. I think he's an asset to that team. So
No, it was a really good pick.
don't worry there.
Yeah. No, I mean again, like my team looks pretty good. Well, you power ranked it, right? And was I number 1 or number 2? Because I'm pretty sure I was number 1 or number 2 in everyone's power rankings in our league.
You were 1 or 2.
Fucking right.
I think you were 1. I was 2. I'm definitely probably not 2 now. Got way too trade happy, but I got a lot of picks. I don't know why. I just love the feeling of being able to choose the next crazy process.
Taking shots in the dark, dude. No, I mean, seriously, I wake up and I'm hitting should I hit offer right now? Should I offer this shit? Man, a lot of times, dude, I back out. I'm like, yo, dude, why? I was like, these guys are already telling me I got the best team. Why the fuck am I trying to trade it away? But it's every morning. It's every single day I'm looking at who can I trade.
Yeah, it's a sickness for sure.
Yeah, it's so fun. No, I mean, like in the Dynasty thing is like the Show Me Some TDs league. This is gonna be the 12th year, and I wish I would have done a Dynasty. Like, I mean, some of these players, like, look, first of all, I don't know why I love Amon-Ra St. Brown as much as I do. I overvalue him more than anyone in fantasy football, but that's a guy I would see never trading.
Yeah, no, he's a cornerstone.
Yeah, I mean, I don't ever picture me. Actually, I did trade him and I got him back. I thought you're filled with so much regret and resentment after you make these trades. Like, let me get him back. But I don't see me trading him again unless the haul is just so overwhelming. But you know, like Cade's never gonna get him. I said his name. God damn it. Whatever. He's never gonna get him.
Yeah, I mean, whenever you want a player, just go to Cade.
He's willing to make a deal. And then the funny thing is, he calls out trades. He's like, "Oh, you try to give me Drake London for CD Lamb." I was like, "That's only part of the trade. You didn't add like I was adding a 1st-round pick, a 3rd-round pick. You know, so that trade looks stupid, but you forgot about the other assets to the trade. Schmuck, dude. What a dweeb."
Like the super flex. It was a redraft. It was a 2 quarterback league. So I like the aspect of it, having 2 quarterbacks.
It's so much more challenging because usually, like in the redraft, I'm not taking a quarterback unless it's one of the top 5, because I'm taking like a Justin Herbert in round 10 or some shit like that. So you have to prioritize quarterbacks when it's a super flex.
Yeah, and they're definitely a hot commodity. The best ones are.
Or you take Anthony Richardson in a super flex and get fucked, But
it was a good pick when you had a whole trip. Oh yeah, sometimes you hit, sometimes you miss.
And I took him at number 8, and I thought I scored. I was like, fucking number 8 pick, dude, and I got Anthony Richardson. But that's something I'm pitching to the other people in the Show Me Some TDs league. I want to do a super flex. That's because it's fucking just more points, more players. It's just, test your skills at this.
Sure.
The Dynasty, I don't know if I could do it with those guys. to be honest, there's kind of you have to be a certain group or a certain type of person to be in a Dynasty. And like the cats in your league are super fun. I've never met anyone other than Cade. But those dudes are super fucking funny, super interactive, dude. So I can't wait to hang out with all of them and fucking chill and have a beer with everybody.
Yeah, it's gonna be a fun time. It's our first year and going on our second, so it's a lot of fun times to come.
You could have been anywhere in the world right now, but you're here with me, Stevie V, the commissioner of the Show Me Some TDs Fantasy Football League and the Show Me Some TDs Fantasy Podcast. One love, Zach.
Thank you for watching Show Me Some TDs. Make sure you hit the download, like, and subscribe button and stay tuned for more Show Me Some TDs.